high school with her academic performance. She's represented herself and our school in a most impressive manner, competing in UL journalism contest. She has competed 3 times at the state academic meet, and twice has been named the state champion in the headline writing contest. We're proud of her accomplishments outside the classroom, as well as what she has accomplished as the highest ranking student in our senior class. Pleased to present to you our valedictorian for the class of 2012, who will be attending Lamar University this fall to study English, Ms. Caitlin Whelan.
Caitlin! Caitlin! Caitlin!
Hey, how's it going? Well, I have a confession to make. I'd like to be able to say that I've spent many long hours in thought and concentration preparing speech, especially in introduction to press policy. Well, I'm sorry to say I failed at that, because this is what I came up with. But in my defense, I can honestly say that during these past 4 years in high school, this speech was the toughest assignment that I've had to complete. You may be asking yourself how a simple speech could cause me so much stress. Well, you see, I'm a very small person, and you are a very large audience. You may not be able to tell, but without these heels, I only stand a mere 4 foot and 11 inches. And you, like me, the class of 2012 is also relatively small. Some people may think that being small is weakness, but size does not determine your power. In the words of Alan Hogan, your physical body does not represent your true dimension. It is the extent of your consciousness which determines your position in the scheme of the universe. No, I may not be able to reach the bowl on the top shelf of the cabinet, but with the help of someone taller to get it down for me, I can fill it with Lucky Charms. An empty bowl is useless without something to fill it. I may not be able to reach the bowl, but I willingly seek help from those who can. My advice as a small person to a small class, always seek help when it is needed. Some things, like even eating cereal, are impossible without the help of others. There have been those people who have been there to help us all of our lives, and they are still around now. As for me personally, I would not have made it this far without the help of some very important people in my life. The one I have to give full thanks to is my Lord and Savior. He has blessed me in ways that I will never begin to fully understand. And even through the many trials I've experienced, He has always been the one I have found joy and comfort in. I'd also like to thank a very special woman in my life. A woman who would pack up all of her clothes and come move in with me for the next 4 years, even though I'm only going to be 30 minutes down the road. She's been my biggest fan and one of the strongest people I've ever known. And she has always pushed me to try and achieve my greatest potential, and I can never express my thanks to her enough. And Mom, I hope that if you're crying right now, that your tears are tears of joy, because you have been one of my greatest blessings. I've always looked up to you, and I hope that I've made you proud after all this time. I love you so much. And Mandy, my sister, thanks for always supporting me and being there. You are the best little sister anyone could ask for. And to my stepdad and my other family, the boys, thanks for being that family I've needed. A family that loves me and has been there through all the good and bad moments in my life. And to my friends throughout the years, thank you for putting up with me in my ginger moments. Kara, my best friend forever and afterlife, I refuse to say goodbye to you. Because whether you made up your mind or not, we're going to be roommates. And I've already planned for many more years of our friendship. And Shelby and Victoria, I'm sorry if you guys didn't like me when I first moved here, but I'm glad we realized we were meant to be friends. And to Arliss, even though you and I are cousins by marriage, we're more like sisters, only closer. And Jessica, thanks for becoming my first best friend when I was the new kid. And of course, to my church family, the Dentons and the Baines, thank you for nurturing me in my walk with the Lord. And of course, to a very special someone in my life, Logan, don't think that I've forgotten you. These past 3 years with you have been wonderful, and I'm so thankful for you and all your support and comfort. And finally, to my high school teachers and all the faculty and staff at HJ, thanks for broadening my mind and shaping me for the real world. Ms. Nolte, you've made me a better writer and a better thinker. Thanks for showing me that there's always room for improvement. And Mr. Troggy, you've opened up the world of politics for me and made me realize that I do have an opinion. And Mr. Herman, I will miss you, but not computer science. Thank you for showing me that it's one more thing that I dislike. for advice, wisdom, and motivation throughout my life and high school years. And being the small person that I am, I find myself looking up to most people anyway. Looking up has its advantages, however. Most people spend most of their lives looking down if they're tall enough to do so. I've never had that luxury. I've had to look up to see anything my whole life, and as I've grown older, I find that it's been rewarding. Looking up gives you a different perspective on life. When you're looking down, all you can see is what has been built and accomplished. When you're looking up, you can see the space for the opportunity of things to grow and prosper. This perspective gives me something to aspire toward, as it should for this class of 2012. Being small isn't bad, whether it be a small person like me or a small class like our class. Big things can be accomplished by those who can see the room for growth. In the wise words of Yoda, size matters not. Look at me. Judge me by my size, do you? We are the class of 2012, and we will not be judged by our size. We will always continue